Warning: the following progress was made by an amateur player. Please do not attempt anything shown here. Your XP rates will be low. Welcome guys to Ironjon episode number 6. Now the beginning of this is going to be kind of a strange episode because I'm recording this right before I go on vacation. So I'm actually recording this right before I put out episode 5. I completed it so I can put it out just while I'm gone. Anyways, I'm going on vacation, flying back home for Thanksgiving. I'm going to be there for about 7 or 8 days. And so while I'm there, I'm obviously not going to have my computer or my microphone or anything. So I'm not going to be able to record. But I will have my laptop and my phone for mobile, so I'll definitely be playing from time to time. So my goals kind of right now while I'm on vacation is I do need to get level 70 cooking for SP for Disaster, for example. And fishing as well, I'd love to get it up as high as I can, and that's one AFK skill that if I can do that while I'm on vacation, it's going to be very helpful. And then as well, we have things like fire making, maybe possibly even start Wintertod, and we'll do some hunter training. Anyways, we'll see where it leads. You'll see me in the next clip. I'll see you in a week. Future! We're finally back from vacation, and I was actually able to skill quite a bit while I was gone, so I'm pretty happy with the gains I was able to get overall. Kind of starting off, I just want to go down the list and look at a few of the skills. We have 61 agility. I believe I started off at 58. And the reason I did that is because I need marks of grace. It's kind of pathetic how far along I am now, and I still don't have my full grace full. I'm not liking agility. It's a hard skill to train, but we're able to get quite a few marks of grace, and we should be able to buy another piece or two, so we'll be doing that soon. Then for our next skill, I believe we got 1 herblore level, nothing crazy. And then we did get 2 hunter levels. I think I'll just be slowly working on that over time. I don't know if I'm going to sit down and do another long hunter grind just because it gets kind of tedious. So we went from 65 to 67, nothing crazy. And then we did also get 41 mining, and I need to get my smithing up to 40 smithing as well. The reason I want to do that is because then we can do the family crest quest, which will allow me to do more recipe for disaster quests, and I can get the cooking gauntlets, which is going to be really nice because we did a lot of fishing, and we'll be able to get more cooking XP that way. So we have 65 fishing now, and because of that, we can actually start cooking karambwans whenever I want to do the Taibo Wanai quest. So I want to do that soon so I can start fishing those. It's a great source of food. I kind of want to just show you guys in the bank what I fished. So we have 2,743 raw lobsters, which is just crazy. I've never fished that much in my life. Got a couple swordfish, couple tuna, but that's pretty much the gist of it. So we need to go ahead and cook those, and before we do, we'll obviously do the family crest quest for the cooking gauntlets. That way we'll be able to work towards getting 70 cooking for recipe for disaster. Then in addition to those skills, we were able to work a little bit on fire making, get a couple levels. I have a lot of logs banked. I got up to level 45 woodcutting, and so all the logs that we have banked from that will be able to raise our fire making level. I want to start doing Wintertod soon-ish, so that I can get supplies for like construction, supplies for farming, and supplies for herblore. So, sorry, that was kind of a long clip, but I was able to get quite a bit at total level 999. I had to tell myself to stop there because I don't know. I'm just weird like that. I wanted to record level 1000. Just got level 38 fire making, and that will take us to a skill total of 1000. What is this? Oh, that's pretty interesting. So now I can kind of lock my account so it never gets downgraded to a normal account. I'm not sure if I'll actually do that, because if I end up, having a real good account, maybe one day I won't want it as an Ironman, but then on the flip side, if anybody ever gets into my account and changes it from an Ironman to a main, then I'll kind of be screwed. So I'll probably end up doing that later and locking the account, but that's pretty cool. I didn't know that you actually unlocked that at this point. Well, I just missed the message, but we just got level 40 fire making. I just want to burn all the logs that we have in the bank and see how far we can get. Well, just got level 46 fire making, pretty much used all the logs in the bank. Now we're going to put off fire making at least for a little while, even though we only have 4 more levels to do Wintertod. And the reason for that is I need to get 40 smithing, because then I can start the family crest quest and start cooking those lobsters. So in order to get smithing, I've never actually done blast furnace before, so this will kind of be an interesting time trying it for the first time. Now to unlock the blast furnace, I need to do the quest, the giant dwarf, so we'll go ahead and do that real quick. Before we start the quest, I actually want to buy just one more piece of Graceful. I was able to get 71 marks of Grace. So I think I'm just going to buy the legs, and we'll work on getting the Graceful Hood Graceful Hood next. Man, I cannot talk today. So we'll be getting that soon, but it's nice to have another piece of Graceful down. No, don't do it! So, the end of the Giant Dwarf quest is like a 4-minute cutscene. I just went AFK, so when I came back I was locked out. So we missed the message, but I did complete the Giant Dwarf quest, and we got, let's see here, I got some XP and various skills. I got 42 mining, 38 smithing, and I got a magic level at 56. After doing some blast furnace, we almost have level 39 smithing, and we haven't actually smithed any of the bars. We banked, it wasn't that much. You have 50 iron bars, 86 steel bars. So what I want to do with those, it's basically anything we make, it's kind of going to be useless. It'll be a throwaway item. But if we do the Tourist Trap quest, we can make darts, and that'll be useful just for various reasons later on, different monsters, you know. Like for example, when you kill Necreal in Catacombs of Korend, you can kind of get the aggro on them just by throwing darts. And it's just an easy method. So I think we're going to go ahead and do the Tourist Trap quest and then smith all those into darts. Just finishing up the quest. At the end, we can choose 2 skills to use 4,650 experience in either Fletching, Agility, Smithing, or Thieving. I think I'm just going to use them both in Fletching because it's kind of tedious to do. So there's the 135 Fletching Willow Shortbows. And we'll do Fletching one more time. That'll bring us to 37 Fletching. We can now make steel darts. Awesome. I will need to do that for my steel bars that I have so I can get my smithing up, so that works out perfectly. That is the end of the Tourist Trap quest. Now we can go ahead and start some smithing. Level 40 smithing. Now we can smelt gold ore and make steel battle axes, and we can start the Family Crest. Quest complete. That is the Family Crest quest completed. And for those of you who don't know what cooking gauntlets do, so I got these steel gauntlets that I can turn into cooking gauntlets, and the reason that I have them is because cooking gauntlets make it so you're less likely to burn fish. That way I'll get more cooking XP. So we're going to go ahead and make those cooking gauntlets, try to cook as many lobsters as we can, and see how far we get before I want to die. Just barely got level 66 cooking. We have about 2,600 cooked lobsters in the bank and not many raw lobsters left. So now we can actually boost our cooking to level 70 and do the King Agwagwi part of Recipe for Disaster and get ourselves some rune gloves. I didn't notice this until now, but there's this painting of this guy and he's been watching me this whole time. That kind of makes me uncomfortable. Look at him. He's got such a smug face. We have just freed King Agwagwi. These names are so hard, man. For Recipe for Disaster. That'll give us 10,000 cooking and 10,000 agility XP. No levels there. But we only actually have 1 member left to save. And I'm going to save that. I'm not going to do it for a while. I can almost complete the last member. But the issue is, I unlocked Dragon Gloves. They're not much better than Rune Gloves. And they're just as expensive as Barrow Gloves, so it's not really worth it until I have the stats and the quests done to actually complete the entirety of Recipe for Disaster. So here we go, getting some Rune Gloves. Feel pretty good about that. Oh, I don't have enough coins. That's awkward. Let's put those on. Oh yeah! So the time has come to start working towards Wintertodt on our account. I only have level 46 fire making, but I'm going to go chop some logs and just get level 50 so we can start it. And for those of you who are not aware, the reason I'm doing Wintertodt is you can get these things called supply crates as a reward. And when you open them, depending on your level, you get all kinds of skilling supplies. For example, you get ores, you get herbs, you get seeds. And so because I have a little bit of some higher levels here, when I open them I'll get higher level rewards, and it'll be really nice for our account, especially with farming that we'll be needing to start training that soon and all those other things. So we're gonna go ahead and just train our fire making up to level 50, and we'll be starting Wintertodt very soon here. What? I just got a bird's nest and I searched it and I got a spirit seed. According to the old school Wikipedia, getting a spirit seed from a bird's nest, that is a 0.4% chance. It's like 1 in over 200. That's insane. Finally, we have 50 fire making. I wanted to be a cool Ironman and not go with the flow and do Wintertodt, but now I'm giving in. I have to do it. Hey, not bad. While we were here, we just got level 40 Fletching. Getting some crazy levels here, just missed the message, but we just got level 50 Woodcutting. Level 60 Fire Making, that was insanely quick. We can now burn you logs. So now we're up to kill count 15. I think I'm just going to go to 20 and then open all the crates. I've saved all the ones we have so far. Let's see if we can get something good. Alright, so we just got 20 kill count and we have 20 crates now. Got up to level 62 Fire Making. XP is pretty crazy, but I think we're going to take a break just after this. Let's go ahead and open these. Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. Yes, it gives you a chance for a second roll. So here, I just got to bank some of this real quick. So nothing too crazy, just getting some regular skilling items all around. Got some Ranar Weeds, those will be useful for prayer. Sadly, no pyromancy items. We did get 24 burnt pages. I don't stay very committed to these things for very long. You watch other people doing progress videos and stuff and they're here till like 99, but I try to do some variety, keep it fresh for you guys. So that's going to be all the Winter Taught, at least for now. We're going to keep grinding it from time to time. But other than levels, I don't know if we're going to necessarily do a lot of clips from it. So the next thing I want to do is I've been thinking about doing all the easy diaries. Now, I cannot do the easy Mauritania diaries because I believe I need 47 farming to get a watermelon for a scarecrow. But we should be able to pretty much do all the rest, so we're going to go ahead and work on those. So the first diary that we are getting out of the way is the Desert Diary. And so as always, we get a antique lamp that gives us 2500 XP in any skill above level 30. I think we're just going to use pretty much all of the XP lamps that we get for most of the diaries. On Herbalore, doesn't quite get us a level. But what this Desert Amulet does is it lets us, for the Pharaoh's Scepter, if we ever get one of those from the Pyramid Plunder minigame, can teleport to a place in the desert. It can hold up to 4 charges. And Simon Templeton, so he's the guy who buys our artifacts for doing the agility pyramid. That's how we make our money. So he will actually purchase those artifacts as banknotes now, which is kind of nice. So if I ever needed to teleport away or have a stack of them, I can sell them all at once. And then the final perk for the easy rewards is probably the best one, is Desert Goat Horns are dropped in noted form. So that's going to be nice for doing at least lower level Slayer, because we need Desert Goat Horns to make combat potions. So we'll probably be doing that a little later on, be able to kill some of those, and yeah, it'll give us some nice Herbalore XP doing that. This is a little bittersweet for me. I no longer have any skills at level 1. We raised our construction up to level 16, and the reason we did that is we actually need level 16 construction to do the Falador Easy Diaries. Wasn't that bad, just got some planks from regular logs and went by pretty quick. There we go with the easy Falador Diaries completed. Now the reward we get from that is the Falador Shield. And for the easy tasks, we can recharge our prayer. It recharges 25% of our prayer once per day. So it's kind of like a free prayer potion dose. Kind of nice to have. We get another XP lamp and a shortcut to the Chaos Temple from Birthrup. Never used it. Not sure if it's useful. I'm sure it will come in handy in the future. Going to use this lamp on Herbalore. And that will bring us to level 43. Fremenic Easy Diaries completed, and as a reward for that, we get the Fremenic Sea Boots 1, and what they do is they offer 1 free teleport to Relica every single day, and in addition to that, Pier the Seer, an NPC in the Fremenic village, will act as a bank deposit box for us, and also the Enchanted Lyre that we can get to teleport near the Fremenic village. We get an extra charge when making a sacrifice, essentially recharging it, so it's pretty nice. And then of course we get the 2500 XP lamp that we used on Herbalore. Just completed the Easy Kandarin Diaries, and as a reward we get the Kandarin Headgear 1. Now the rewards for this diary are actually a lot more useful than most of the other ones. First off, wearing the headgear, it actually functions as a light source, so we don't need a lantern or a candle if we can just wear this. And while worn, normal trees anywhere give double logs when chopped down. Kind of wish I had this when I was chopping some logs for planks for construction, but that'll be useful in the future. And also the Flax Keeper will exchange 30 noted flax daily for 30 noted bowstrings in case I want to do that. And I also get 5% more marks of grace on the Seer's agility course, and there's coal trucks that we can mine coal, and they can hold up to 140 coal now. So that's actually a pretty good easy diary to get out of the way. Now using this XP lamp on Herbalore, this will give us 44. Finished the easy Karamja Diaries and got the Karamja Gloves 1. What that gives us is boat trips between Port Sarim and Musa Point, and also between Ardea and Birminhaven are reduced from 30 coins to 15 while worn. We get lower trading stick prices in the Taibo Wine Ice shops when worn, and we get better deals overall pretty much in all the shops in Karamja. That does include the Tazar area for Tokul, so that is kind of useful. Completed the easy Varrick Diaries, and for that we get the Varrick Armor number 1. Shows off this hot bod, kind of like the look of it. In addition to that, we get 15 battle staves from Zaf that we can buy every single day at a reduced price for 7,000 coins. Now this is going to be pretty useful for the progression of our account, because once we do more diaries and we can stack up on some of those staves, we'll be using those to train our crafting, and then once we do that, we'll be able to alch those for a pretty nice cash stack. In addition to that, our Skull Scepter, if we ever get one, will now hold up to 7 charges instead of, I believe it's normally 4. And while we're wearing the armor, we get a 10% chance of mining 2 ores at once up to coal. Oh, what's up, old man? And a 10% chance of melting 2 bars at once up to steel. So it's a decent armor if we want to do some skilling as well. Well, that was an annoying grind. In order to do the easy Western Provinces diary, we actually had to kill 30 chompy birds. Takes a while to kill and then wait for those to spawn, so we have that out of the way. And for that, we got this chompy bird hat. It's so weird looking. Just completed the Western Provinces Easy Diary, and for that we get the Western Banner number 1. Now the NPC we talked to for this area is the Elder Gnome Child. I didn't know that before. That's hilarious. It's the the Gnome Child is a big part of RuneScape memes, and so that's awesome to see that Jagex is on top of their meme game. Now in addition to that, we get, as always, our XP lamp, which I'll just use that right now before talking about the other rewards. Gives us the Herbalore XP to get level 45, and now we can actually make super attack potions that will be extremely useful for Slayer and all things combat related. And we get a 25% chance of 2 chompy birds appearing when chompy bird hunting, so that's only really useful when we do the other tiers of the diary, and we get 25 free ogre arrows every single day from rants. Just finished the easy Wilderness Diaries, and for that we get the Wilderness Sword 1, and when wielded, the Wilderness Swords will always be successful in slashing webs. In addition to that, the Wilderness Lever in Edgeville can teleport us to either Edgeville or Ardea. We can toggle that now, and we get 10 random free runes from Lundale and NPC in the Mage Arena for free, once per day. So guys, that's going to be the last diary I do for this episode. Of course, I wanted to knock out Mauritania, but we do have to get our farming up to 47, I believe. Well, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I'm just training some mining here because in the next video, we need to get level 50 because I want to start Hero's Quest. And before we end, I did just kind of want to apologize because I know we did a lot of talking and maybe not so much progress, but again, a lot of it was on vacation, and so it was hard to do that because there was a lot of grinding that I did without being able to record it. And I know with the influx of players coming in with OSRS Mobile, I know a lot of them are kind of newer to the game, and so I want you guys to forgive me because I know I'm explaining a lot of these things that probably most of you know and are kind of self-explanatory. And so I thought, I kind of explain what I'm getting and why I'm doing it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll adjust as needed. Anyways, guys, thank you always for watching, and I will see you in the next one. But 2,600 Cook's lobsters. So the first diary, man.